Hello! So, in our next tutorial, we are going to talk about arrangement window, arranging the music, and the best part, loops. So going off of the previous tutorial, here is the drum machine, and by default, it gives you an A and a B that's already preset. So let's play it. Oh, by the way, if you had this in your screen, click on the X right here, and your arrangement window will be bigger. Let's play it. All right, so what's going on here is A is pattern A and pattern B of the same drum machine. So you go to your instrument, A is this pattern, click on this playhead, and when you click on this playhead, it's playing from the drum machine itself, not in your arrangement window. And if you change, if you add something or take something away, it's gonna reflect in your overall song project. So for example, that was bad. Let's try that. So go back, you could click and drag this, click play, and A is going to change what you just added in. All right. And you could do the same for B if you want, which is currently this. Interesting preset pattern. Let's see. The one that we did before in the previous tutorial was this pattern, I believe. You know what? On a different day, I'm not liking this one. So let's just stick with A. And go to your arrangement window, click on B, pattern, oops. By the way, if you make any mistake, in your Chromebook, you could always click on, not click, hold, Control, and then Z, Control Z, undo. Same with your other programs. Okay, so click on the B pattern, right click on your trackpad or mouse, and hit delete. Now you have this. So you can manipulate this pattern. It's just one measure, really. And then it loops. So you have to, you have to click on this and this circle thing, arrow, it appears and you can drag to the right or to the left, however many measures you want. The number, you see this timeline number? That's how many measures. One measure would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Two measures would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Right now I can make it 3 measures. Drag the playhead. This is called the playhead. Click, drag to the left, play. Measure 1, measure 2. And measure 3. And nothing, because I don't have anything here. Press spacebar to stop. Okay, pretty easy. Now, let's just stick with this drum machine A, and let's drag it to 4 measures. And if you click on this faded red in the timeline, it's gonna loop after every 4 measures. Click play. So instead of going to measure 5 and 6, where there's nothing in the arrangement window or arranger, it's going to go back to measure 1. This is called a region loop. Or you could drag this too. And it goes back to the beginning. Or you could click and drag the beginning where it starts to loop. Why would you want to do that? I'll probably explain in a different video. You could click on it again, and then if you play it, it will keep going. All right, so that's the arrangement window. We'll expand on the arrangement window once we get our loop scene. Before we do that though, I got to tell you that you need to go to the help section. Click on help, shortcuts, and it gives you a lot of shortcuts in your Chromebook. If you're not sure, you will learn with time, okay? These are all the shortcuts for every action you want. See, Control Z, undo. Control something Z, redo. All right, be right back.
One eternity later.
All right, so let's go to the bottom right-hand corner, click on loops. And let's try, they're divided into different kind of genres, different kind of styles. Since this is a lo-fi style tutorial, I mean, why not? Click on lo-fi, and you could preview these before putting them into your arrange window. So it's gonna, I don't know how many measures it's gonna be, but once it's done playing, it's gonna loop the plane. So you have to click on it again to stop. Ooh, that's deep. And the numbers here represent the beats per minute. So all of these are 85. If it's a higher number and you drag it to the window, it might change and try to fit into whatever beats per minute you have here. So let's try one. All right, let's try that one. Now you want to make sure that it lines up with the start of your song. So click on it, move your mouse or your finger to the left. So it lines up, you see the line corresponding to the timeline. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, and then the bass, there's nothing here because there's nothing there. So you gotta loop it. So click on it. If it's not clicked, then you can't really drag properly. So click on it, drag. Okay, all right. And so what are these two things? Let me show you. I'm gonna move this here. These brackets / arrow, it just means to make it longer. So let me show you. So hover your mouse until it changes to that icon. Click, drag to the left. So you can't drag it to the left because there's nothing there the way it's made. But you can make it shorter. So the beginning got cut off. See, like whatever this note was. Let me move it here. If you cut the head off, if you cut the beginning part off, it's you won't hear it. Right? You may or may not want to do that depending on what you're doing. Or you could cut the tail off, right? See, this part got cut off. Bum, bum, bum. That part got cut off. So, and if your mouse is over here, like a hand, then you click and you could drag it in this lo-fi bass 11 section. You can move it to the top and it will change sound. Never mind, it won't because it's a different instrument. All right, so loop it to the end of 4. So now you have 4 measures of a drum machine and a lo-fi bass loop. So it doesn't sound right because I messed with the beginning part earlier, so I need to fix that. Oh, it's the end got extended. There you go. See, now the beginning will start just on time. There you go. Seamless transition. Let's add another loop. So there's drums. You could replace the drums. So since I already have a drum here, I wouldn't put another drum unless it's a different kind of part of a drum set. Otherwise, it's just too many drum parts. It's going to sound bad, messy, like a messy room. I'm just going to show you as an example. It doesn't sound that bad, but there's two different patterns of kick and snare and hats, and it's not cohesive. So just pick one, right? So if I mute this, you could have the one that you made with the drum machine, or this one, the pre-made loop. I like that one better. Sorry, so I'm going to delete this one. How do you do that? Go to this 3-dot. Click. There's a drop-down menu. And you could delete it. Delete track. And boom, the one you made in the drum machine is gone. Why? Because I like this one better. Lo-fi drums 1. Right, so now that we have that, we can pick another instrument or FX. Let's save that for another time. Try guitar. Ooh. So I got 4 measures of a bass, a drum, and a guitar sample sound. I'm not liking this guitar. It sounds low, and this is ruining the bass part because the bass is a low sound. So it sounds too busy in the low section. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to hit delete on my keyboard. Find a higher guitar part. I like that vinyl crackling. Very lo-fi. Alright, see, I dragged it, but it's still playing, so you gotta hit it again, remember? Or click it on... hit it! Click it again, so it stops. Right? So it's so much better now. Nice, nice. Okay, I like that. Let's add another one. Let's add some horns, you know, trumpet, trombone. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but let's try it. Let's put it here. Okay, so let's talk about arranging. So over here, click loop again to kind of hide it. You can click back again when you want it. So you can't just put everything together like a snowman, stack it vertically, and oh, here's my song. When you have so much tracks stacked up vertically, it's going to sound too much. It's too much things going on. It sounds too messy. So you want to flesh it out, make it longer horizontally. So I'm going to start with the guitar, and then I'm going to have the drums and bass come in on measure 4. I'm sorry, on measure 5. And I'm going to keep the guitar looping. And I'm going to have the horns come in with... let's put it here for now. Introduction. Okay, that horn, lo-fi horn, does not fit the mood. So the notes that are being played are just not right. So this is something you gotta make a decision about. If you like that, by all means, go for it. You're the artist, right? And remember, music is subjective. So if somebody listens to your music and comment in the section, dude, this sucks. Well, you could you have three options. Yeah, number one, well, you suck too. That's not polite. Number two, just ignore it or just say, okay, thanks, whatever, right? And I mean, it's subjective, right? You don't have to. Some people may like it, some people may not like it, and that's totally fine. I forgot what the third option was. Okay, two options, right? You're the one making the music. Okay, so haters gonna hate. Okay, so as long as you like it, that's what matters. If you don't like it, well, do something about it. Don't sit there and whine about it. So delete that. I'm gonna find a different horn section. That's a cool leading up to kind of thing. I'm gonna put it here and I'm gonna start from here, play. All right, so I like the idea what the horns are doing, but it's not fitting. It's in my opinion, okay? In my opinion. Maybe try a different thing. The percussion. Now, I told you already to not put too many drum stuff, but look, listen to the drums. S means solo. It doesn't have this part in the drum kit, the shakers. So I'm going to add that because it's something, it's like spice and pepper and salt, right? So if you solo the drums and the shakers, and this is wrong, so I'm gonna rename this. Just click on it, drag, highlight, shaker. Play. See, that fits. Because the original drum loop didn't have a shaker. So I had to keep playing it. Alright, so let's unsolo these and have every 4-part play. Smooth. Yeah. Liking it. Oh, see this. Gotta make sure things line up. Alright, remember, always hit save every few minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. You don't want to lose your hard work. Alright, and over here, you could make lyrics, you know. What rhymes with flow? Maybe I'll do another tutorial on how to write lyrics. Flow. I'll do this another time, but this is just an idea. Go back. This will save, right? If you hit save. You can record your voice. I'm not going to do that today. Yes. Go with the flow. That was not flowing. Hold on. Yes. Yes. Go with the flow. I know. It's okay. It's a lo-fi, so there's usually the words are not sung. It's or rapped out. It's just recordings of conversation. Yes, go with the flow. And usually they have FX and the voice sounds like a radio or something like that. I'll show you how to do that another day, okay? Alright, so let's add in another loop. And this is all from Lo-Fi Hip Hop Volume 2, okay? And it's not like you cannot mix other packs into it. Ooh, that texture is like ambiance, you know? Rain. Crowds. Let's try the rain. Oh, you could double click it and it just pops up. So I don't want this too loud, so I'm gonna go here, lower the volume. Smooth. So I'm gonna keep the rhythm section going. The ambience going, and maybe drop the guitar at measure 9 and put in a keyboard from the same lo-fi pack. Oh, yeah. I like that's up my alley. That's my perfect. All right, so let's loop that. You know what? We don't have to always loop the same thing. We could lo-fi key too. You could have a search bar too. Lo-fi key. That didn't work out well, huh? Maybe just try keys. All right, that's better. Try number 1. So you have 0, 3, 0, 1. And then you can loop 0, 1. Let's try that. I can play it from measure 7. Play. So over here, the guitar is going to drop out. The keys are going to come in. Smooth. All right, so you could add that dramatic part. See that dramatic keyboard part? What I did do? See, I don't even know what I did. I'm gonna hit Control Z, undo. Whew. All right, I'm gonna solo. I want to point something out. I want that keyboard part to shine. So I'm gonna make it so dramatic. I'm gonna have all these tracks stop, like right about here. Actually here at measure 10, where all of this part goes on, everything's just gonna stop there except the piano. But don't worry, I'm gonna bring everything back in. So see over here, left, right, and here magnifying glass, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, hit save. And you can copy this, move your mouse. I'm gonna have everything come back in on measure 11. Paste, bam. You copy, measure 11, paste, bam. Copy, measure 11, bam. Okay, and then you get the idea, right? Now, this is just one technique. There's so many things you can do for your music. I'm just showing you what you could do in terms of arranging, right? You don't have to have 100 tracks all going at the same time. You can have drama. Oh, all the instruments quieted down or stopped in this case, and just one instrument is, showing off its right? Check it out. Check it out. Oh, Mr. Lee, you gotta unsolo that stuff. All right. So that was kind of weird. Let's try the riff starts here. So let's try extending everybody. Do that. Oh, editor, no. To that part. And that could be like a transition into a different part. So maybe you could have a different part here. Right. Keep the shaker in maybe. Oops. So keyboard is going to take over the guitar part. Let's find a different bass. Bass. I don't know if it's going to work. It's all about experimentation, everyone. And I'm going to drums. So I use 01. I'm going to try 02. Oh. See, this has the high part, the hats. So what I could do is take out the shaker here. Actually, yeah, just take this part out. This is still here. And then just that, right? Let's try it. Cool. Yeah, so it's like section A, transition, blah, 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 bam, section B, right? So, and you could drag this part and kind of add another area later in the piece. And by the way, here I have seconds and minutes here. Paste. So now you have section A coming back in. So you have like an A, B, A part. Okay, just an example, okay? And sometimes, especially in lo-fi genre, you don't want too many things going on. I have a lot going on already, but it's working. I'm making it work. Sometimes you just want to chill out. So you could have just this. Ready, go. That's a pretty busy bass line. So I'm gonna put this guy back in. Lo-fi bass 11. That is hilarious. It's like glitching out. Okay, delete that. Some weird things happen, you know. It's alright. People just gotta chill out. It was 11, right? Okay, try that. See, the bass line is backing off. Not as busy anymore. And you could just drag this on for like, you could make a 2-hour study break remix or something. Lo-fi mix. Your own creation. It's so cool. You could play with the volume here. If this ambiance thing, ambience, whatever. Oh, it's rain. Yeah, you don't want that. It's too much. It's overpowering the music. Or you could have that like in the distant outside. You just have this going on. Bring the guitar back in. Wait, it's not lining up. And you could play around with your arrangement, you know? When do I want a lot of things going on? When do I want... I can't talk. When do I want a little bit going on? Right? By the way, to copy stuff like that, instead of right-clicking, you click on it. I think it's Alt or Option. Hold it, click and drag. I'm not sure which one, because my keyboard is weird. All right, watch this. So apparently, you know, the time is not there, but I'm just giving you an example that you can manipulate what goes on at what time in the timeline of your music save. If you want the world to hear this, then you click on publish. All right, and now that you saved it, it's in your private projects section. So it's processing in progress, so you can't hear it outside of the mix editor until this is processed. By the way, go to projects, and everything that has this thing lock, it's private, so only you can hear it or collaborators working on it. Like this one I pumped out 3 days ago. It doesn't have that lock, so I already published it, made public. All right. Oh, it's done processing now, so you could play it back and share it if you want. It also has my lyrics over here. That's really hilarious. I like that part. See, now I already have 2 minutes and 34 seconds worth of music. So using loops is very easy and very powerful. And just you wait for the next tutorial, because say I have those loops ready to go, there is more things you can do, such as effects and mixing. So we'll talk about that another day. All right, have fun.